Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. And as I just revealed, Tavern Brawl is going to be back in less than an hour, so we are probably going to do a Tavern Brawl today in this recording session. I need to win 2 games between Druid and Hunter, 3 Paladin games, and 7 games in general. And on top of that, I am going to, for the first time in a very long time, do an arena run because 150 here plus 190 is going to be earned, so I can go into my 150, I can go into my 5,000 reserve of gold and do that. So that's what we're going to start off with right now, is an arena run. Hopefully we'll get the choice to play as Druid, Hunter, or Paladin. And hopefully we'll win 3 recording sessions. What? No. 3 victories. There we go. Paladin.
I will serve.
I've got my Hearthstone Arena Helper plugin is up and seems to be working, so it will hopefully detect everything I pick here. Do I want this? This or this? I want Leroy Jenkins. I very rarely get to play as with Leroy. That's a heck of an arena to start off with too. Oh, let's see. Mechanical store, gain 2 attack. Let's go with that. Don't think we're doing a Murloc deck. It would be too crazy. Try that, I guess. Try that. We'll take that. We'll take that. I'll take that, I guess. Playing a lot of secrets, so I'll take that secret. I'll take this jouster, why not? Let's see, sitting here not really talking as we pick through these cards. Silence a Demon, what a terrible card. I'll take that one. I'll take this, and then take that. Take something with charge. Eye for an eye, why not? Do another secret stack. We'll take this taunt guy, he's pretty good. We'll take this secret. Take him again. If you have less than at least 4 other minions deal 4 damage, well that's useless. Mimron's Head or Deathwing. Let's go with Deathwing as a last turn option. If nothing else is working, we'll play Deathwing. I'll take the Owl, always useful card. I'll take this guy because he has charge. We'll take this, why not? There's a lot of one mana cards I'm playing here. I'll take this for heal. Lay of Hands. Random Paladin card to your hand, why not? And then one more trick. And we'll take this with Wind Fury. And Defender of Argus sounds good too. So let's see. Now just Alt Tab. and play. Did the arena helper work? It's in the wrong space. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to squeeze it over here. Nope, didn't work. It's something about maybe minimizing the screen messed it up. Oops, sorry. So we will just play with the standard Hearthstone deck tracker option of just using no deck, which isn't terrible, but I kind of wish that plugin had worked. So I'm gonna have to get into the swing of things. Speaking of getting into the swing of things, I have done a terrible job recording Transistor. I want to try to coin a phrase and say I've been Binding of Isaac, because in the Halloween sale I bought the original Binding of Isaac collection with the Wrath of the Lamb on my new account, and I've been playing that again. So instead of playing Rebirth, which I really would like to play, let's see. The first minion cost, we'll just waste it. That right there, what a waste of the output. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is make a quick retrospective video with the original Binding of Isaac, because Rebirth really fixed a lot of things. Undeniably. There is a lot of problems that got fixed with Rebirth as far as just smoothness and easier to play. And I am so out of shape from playing Isaac. It will also kind of be like an 8-month, yeah, about an 8-month review of since when I first started recording Isaac
reporting for duty.
Episodes, just to see how much I've grown in 8 months as far as my channel and what I wouldn't do again. Like, if I had Afterbirth right now, I'd be very tempted to play it, but I don't have time for a series for it. I really don't. That would be getting into the level of let's see. It would be getting into the level of
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Adding a Saturday, Sunday series, and it would take up my time in a lot of ways. If I was gonna start playing Isaac, I would potentially consider stop playing Hearthstone, because then I would have that time back. Of course, right now I'm playing Isaac anyways, and so.
Is this the fishing tournament?
Darn it. I was really hoping that was gonna work. Let's see, do I want to kill something? Let's kill this.
If you insist.
To battle! To battle!
But yeah, so in a lot of ways I think I'm gonna play Isaac.
Finally, a second chance.
When something else is going on. Like, alright. Let's just do this.
To battle! Time's up. Let's do this. To battle! Turtle power! Job's done.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win.
Get down!
Flame striking me completely. This, then
My
this, I
shield
suppose.
for Argon.
It'll be surprising if I survive this turn. I'm already gonna get my first loss on the arena. No surprise. We very easily could go here and do just a complete 3 losses in a row. Now doing Tavern and Arena and the 3 quests is gonna put us somewhere around like 5 episodes. So we're definitely knocking up the number of episodes that we record when we have all of these things. The only way I could imagine that it would be any longer to record everything as far as a recording session in Hearthstone would be if we had an arena run, a tavern brawl, and some solo adventure expansion that for some reason I wasn't making its own episodes, and I don't know why I would do that.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight.
In a lot of
with
ways,
honor.
maybe I should make Tavern Brawls its own episode. Then, instead of recording it early, I would instead release it the day of, have some more relevance there. That is definitely something that I probably should do. I'm not sure if I care enough to. Speaking of not caring, once again, I mean, no disrespect to any individual commentator, but I'm having this reoccurring issue of people commenting about the bad audio on Kerbal Space Program. I did my best to fix it. It's bad. I agree it's bad. A big part of the problem there is their audio is not balanced, but if I should, as the recorder, be able to master that and keep that under control, and I just didn't recognize it and didn't keep it under control. And so I could go back and re-record it if I cared, if that video got any views. The only reason that video is getting any more views these days is because people keep commenting on it saying the audio is bad, which is kind of less motivation. It's actually motivation in the opposite direction now to fix it, because if I put out a good audio version, that simply would not that version would not get as many views. And so I guess I could put out a good audio version, but I could never take out the bad version off YouTube, or I'd just be hurting myself. So thanks for the comments, I suppose. But it is rather frustrating to me when people comment about the bad audio and they don't bother to read all the other comments there. The top comments on that video says the audio is bad. Everybody knows the audio is bad. You don't need to... There's nothing new you can add to the sentence, the audio is bad. There's no great insight there. If there is great insight, I would be severely surprised.
Your mother was a
So I don't know why people read the comments in anything before you comment. At least read the top comments. If there's 1,000 comments, you don't have to read them all. but the top comment is probably going to be there. So yeah, I don't know what these people expect me to do. Maybe it's just people trolling, and I'm not getting the troll, but...
Let me think. For justice!
Well, I don't know what they expect me to do, and I don't know what they expect to accomplish by saying the same thing. The most recent comment, in fact, I almost just responded to him directly, but I thought better of it, and now I'm responding to him, so I'm not thinking better of it. He goes, I can only listen to this for 15 seconds, and then he writes like 3 more, like 2 more sentences there about like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, make sure you this. So I already know, based on the length of his comment, which is kind of long for a comment, that he spent way more than 15 seconds writing the comment. And I almost wrote him back going, well, thanks for spending the 2 minutes to write this comment for the 15 seconds it took you to watch the video. Most people would have just moved on with their life, but you spent the time. I mean,
Well played.
come on, really? If you were really only watch 15 seconds per video, you didn't like it, fine, go on, move on, find another video. You don't sit there and waste your time. Some people, a lot of people like to complain. Maybe I might very well be one of those people that like to complain. But personally, I think I like to not waste my time more. When I go to McDonald's, I don't expect to be served on like a fancy $100 a plate restaurant. So if I get less service than what I expect for that, I'm not surprised. But the last thing I do is waste my time making complaints that aren't going to change anything. Because complaining does not work. It literally doesn't work. Sorry, popping my Coke can. Yeah, I guess just in general, complaining doesn't work. Vote with your dollar is the only thing that really works. Maybe complaining and voting with your dollar work together.
I will fight with honor.
As far as YouTube is, the only way you vote with your dollar is by going away and watching other videos and not watching mine. But think of all the terrible internet provider companies, all the terrible cell phone companies, so basically all internet providers and all cell phone companies, to generalize in the United States. Everybody non-stop complains about all of them. Doesn't do anything. People non-stop complained about phone companies for decades. Didn't really change anything. Yep. People will complain about politicians since the dawn of politics in the United States. Hasn't changed anything. So, yeah. But yes, to get back to Kerbal Space Program, the problem was their audio menu and their audio balance. And I've only had an audio balance that I've noticed that was anywhere near as bad as Kerbal Space Program in a game I'm just finished recording called Deponia. As their very last chapter, or second to last chapter, was pretty not balanced as far as the audio effects. Every other game I can just turn everything to 50%. Kerbal Space Program was at least 50%, if not lower, and still the rocket engines were hugely loud, except for the engines and the music didn't sound loud to me, on my TV. I don't know why. I should know why, but it just didn't. Maybe something wrong with the speakers on my TV. Some of that could certainly be under tighter control if I had the right sound equipment, which is on the list of things. It's a low priority. It's still better to get games. I'm still feel very low on games. Hey, I might get a victory here. That would be nice. I'm gonna try and take advantage of this thing as fast as possible. So, if I had the proper sound mixing equipment, I have headphones. I don't need to buy new headphones, although I do have kind of studio monitor headphones that honestly might be just too heavy and a little overkill for my use, but I can certainly use those, and if I can't use those, I certainly have cheap earbuds that I could use too. So plenty of options there. Once I can get the audio to come out of the PC, go into a mixer board, and go into headphones, well, it doesn't even really need to go into a mixer board. Well, depending on how I set it up, it might not. Let's think this through. What's the advantage of it going to the mixer board? The advantage is I can get the balance. The balance of my voice and all of that.
Already for justice.
Yeah.
Job's done.
So it's a weird loop. I'd want to take the audio out of my computer, put it in the mixer board, mix it with the microphone of my recording, then have the headphone monitor plugged in and listen to the headphones so I get the right mix, and then take the audio out of the mixer board and put it into the audio in of the computer and record the audio into the same computer. And in a lot of ways that might be kind of a difficult thing to get working and make sure it works 100% of the time.
Hit it very hard.
For
Yes,
justice.
a victory. Glad for that. And by moving to professional equipment, such as a mixer board and a microphone that would plug into a mixer board, and then that opens the door for equalization in live action. Like live equalization, I guess is the right phrase. There, or close enough to the right phrase. So that I can start tweaking bass, tweaking treble, tweaking mids, as far as my voice, as far as microphones. I think that would help a lot. It's not gonna fix stupid vocal tics. It's not gonna fix saying and It's not going to fix just going quiet. That is all stuff I just have to learn and try to teach myself, and I do try to teach myself as best I can.
Job done.
But it will fix or improve as far as how I think my voice would sound.
Reporting for duty.
Of course, a lot of that is just subjective too. It's just one person's opinion as far as
My mount very rarely
Job
slow.
done.
whether it's gonna sound better or not. There you go. so that's on the list, but that's about $400 to $500 worth of equipment, where $400 or $500 is effectively next year's November through January budget. My idea, or ideal at least, is that next year,
was a mistake.
after Halloween, I think almost certainly I will have a themed Halloween month, and of just kind of all scary games. But after Halloween, that's, and even in Halloween, that and October, there will be the new games coming out.
Not on
and ideally, it's no promises, but we are. My ideal thought would be starting in late October, early November. It would be nothing but struggle to play all the new games and cover them and get them out as quick as possible. And that would again redefine our channel, get it redefine my channel, our channel. Wow. It's somewhat the viewers' channel too. I mean, I am somewhat flexible. If I grow a fan base big enough and they want me to do something different, if they say stick with the old games, just do retrospectives, there's plenty of people playing new games, I'm fine with that, and that actually makes it very easy. Hey, you look here. I have won again. Look at that. Not paying attention and winning. Wouldn't it be amazing if this went for a 12 victory? That would be rather amazing. But my thought is, if I can do new games in November, and that's really what I want to do right now, unless I just got a huge amount of feedback, and it's very easy to ignore feedback right now, because with 41 subscribers, if 41 people told me just do old games, I'm like, well, you know, my audience is only 41 people right now, so I know you gotta start somewhere, but I have to kind of also assume that if I did new games, right as they came out, I would gain more than 41. So many businesses in general, not just YouTube channels, but businesses in general, are terrified of losing their old audience. If you watch Hell's Kitchen, which I watch, or have watched them all pretty much, so I've seen them all at least once or twice. Often you will get into these failing kitchens, and Gordon Ramsay will come in there, and he'll say, we're gonna change the menu, and immediately the manager will go, we can't change the menu, we'll lose our customers. All our customers say they love the menu, and Gordon Ramsay immediately goes, what customers? Your business is failing. Realize that. You can't. Sure, you may lose the 41 customers that come in a month to your restaurant. That doesn't matter.
Reporting for duty.
So yes, that's my thought. I don't know if it's really going to happen or not. However, I'm short, and I'm not short on games right now. Is one of the problems. As we burn through a lot of the single independent games that don't take that long,
I am a dancing master.
I'm going through those pretty fast. I've got a lot of old games that don't have a huge reason to be played. Let's see. First minion. Next time you use your hero power, it costs 1 less. I'm gonna save this card because I have no need to play it actually.
Reporting for duty.
And then hit the face. So I don't know what particularly I would do next January. As far as this January, I'm already starting to schedule videos. I've got the Hitman game. It is now. I don't have the new Hitman reboot. I don't believe I have it. I'm pretty sure I don't. And I don't have a pre-order for the new sequel to the reboot. So, but I have the collection of all the old games, which puts us in a kind of weird situation. Because that is a rather old and rather short game, Hitman. And so, I'm gonna cover the first one at least immediately, and then see what happens.
Job's done.
So yeah, I'll do at least the first one, and kind of. I really don't have anything to say about it. I haven't played any Hitman game ever. I kind of know what the premise is, or at least what the premise is now.
What to do?
I don't know what the first game is going to be like. So I'm going in blind to an old game. Almost certainly am going to do some research there, maybe not a ton of research. I still haven't really learned how you would do a lot more research than what I'm doing now. Let's see.
Reporting for duty.
I might very well just read the full walkthrough. In fact, I've already opened a walkthrough for the original Hitman game, and it looks like a pretty short game. So maybe I'll just struggle through it. Doing Deponia in particular without having any knowledge of it was a bit of an eyes opener. There have been other games, like I never did the Raising Hell DLC for Overlord, and there was some struggle there for it being having some bad spots. But there's also some struggle there that I've just never played that, so I don't know the solution. A lot of the other games I have played, so I do know. This is always the way it is with playing a mage. You just gotta let them burn out their stupid.
My shield for Argon.
Stupid spells. It just spell after spell after spell. And non-stop spells. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they came out with like 3 or 5 cards that just really nerfed spells in the mage in particular. Just downright said spells cost 5 more. There is one card like that, and it still doesn't nerf it enough. Something that we need minions out there that say spells can't be played at all.
Get down! Please!
Answer the call of the light.
Look at that. Lucked out there. Totally lucked out there. I don't think I'm gonna win
Behold
this.
the might of Stormwind!
However, I still very much feel like I'm gonna lose.
Reporting for duty, for justice!
Well, on this arena run, since we're probably gonna wrap up pretty soon here, I feel like we did pretty good. A little bit better than what we were doing last time we did an arena run, which was months ago. Months and months ago.
To Northrend!
As to be expected, we didn't get 12 victories or anything interesting like that. If I got the 10 mana card that destroys everything, maybe that would have won for us. Yeah, so I don't think we did terrible. We just didn't do way better than... If we can now kind of guarantee we'll get 2 victories always, instead of the old way in which we would sometimes get 0 victories, I think we would have made a progress there. 40 dust and a Goblins vs. Gnomes pack. I think for arena runs too, we now are going to get random packs. So that'll be fine until we have 100% of all of either classic packs or Goblins vs. Gnomes packs. The arena isn't, however, going to give us just always grand tournament packs if that was what we were after. And all 5 of those cards were extra, which puts us at 95, so we need 5 more dust before we can get back, make a 100 dust card. And so, with that end of that arena run, we're gonna also end this episode. We need to get 1 more Paladin victory, and we need to get 2 Druid or Hunter victories, and then that should leave us just 2 random victories, which might just be priest victories. So, back in less than an hour. Well, how long have we been recording? Let's see. We've been recording for 40 minutes. Almost certainly the Tavern Brawl is ready, but I have to exit out and restart it to do that. So I suspect that's what the problem is and why it's not back yet. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. So all that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. Donations through that are the best way to ensure that next year around this time we will be covering all the new games. And let me tell you, if you haven't been paying attention as far as games coming out in 2016, it right now is scheduled to be jam-packed full of games. Like the most number of games that are exciting to hear about in maybe 5 to 10 years. So video games are back, and next year would be a great time to really cover the new games. And it certainly would help maybe cover some of the old games. Fallout 4 is only a week away. I won't be covering it simply because of funds. I would be covering it if I could have afforded it, because the hype is so big on that. Anywho, also down below in the description is the links to all those social media sites like Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter and all that. Follow and friend me on all of those. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.